show you how to make your own paper using recycled materials. These are the supplies you're going to need to make your own paper. Some kind of a trough. I'm using a cat litter pan that I got from the dollar store. A couching sheet, which you'll use to squeeze the water out of your paper, and you also need some kind of absorbent sponge or cloth. A mold and decal. This is Arnold Grummer's Papermaking Kit set. And a screen. Supplies for your pulp, recycled paper. These grocery mailers are great. Any kind of labels, old sketches, cereal boxes, lottery tickets. And you want to shred up everything and soak it in some lukewarm water for a few minutes just to get the fibers loosened up so they're easier to blend. You're also going to need a blender. I'm using a magic bullet because that's all I have. And then any kind of add-ins. I like to use flower petals, you can use herbs, turmeric, anything that would dye the paper, give it a nice color or texture. I'm gonna add some shredded paper materials. You don't want to add too much, especially with this. This is going to take multiple batches to be able to get the trough full, and then fill it with water. It's not plugged in. Plug in your blender. As you can see, this is a hideous gray. Blorp. Ew. This didn't all blend, so I'm just fingering it out. And you want to add a lot of water to whatever trough you're using. For this one, I need to add probably up to here to be able to get the decal in and be able to sift the paper. So I'm still going to need to add a lot more water to this. This is the fun part. I like to take my petals or whatever flowers I'm using and make a confetti out of it. So I also blend this up with a little bit of water. It's really going to brighten up this murky gray color pulp we have. I'll throw in some of this yellow. Just making a mess. The green fibers are okay too. And now we have a beautiful pre-smoothie of petals. You don't want to do it too long because otherwise it'll get gray. And we don't want to add gray to gray. Nice little, mix it up, see what it looks like. And you can pretty much add anything to this. I actually like some chunks in it, just because it gives it more of an organic look. Feel free to add whole petals also. You could even save some of this for the end while you're pressing the paper and just put a whole sprig or a whole petal in the paper, if that's the kind of look you want. I'm going to put some turmeric in, just because I like the golden color. I think it's really going to look nice with the pink petals. Totally going to overflow, but I'm going to stay positive. Now that we have our pulp ready, you want it to be more liquid than pulp. You really don't want it to be super thick or swampy. Now we're going to sift our paper. You want to grab your decal, mold, and screen in this order, sandwiched together this way, and you're going to angle and dip and sift. Wipe off any excess and shake out some of the water. You can lift off your decal. We're going to go outside for this part so we don't make a mess. You're going to take your couching sheet and your sponge, place your couching sheet on top of your pulp paper, and this is where we're going to squeeze out the excess water. So you're just going to press evenly. You'll see the water start to come out and underneath when you lift it up. Squeeze out your sponge. You might need to go over it a few times, so you'll kind of get a feel for it. And because I like to make multiple sheets during a session, and I don't have extra couching sheets or screens, I like to do a dangerous peel and flip very carefully. Peel the edges off. This is a pretty uneven sheet. And peel the couching stuff. Okay. I'm gonna take this back inside. Ooh. Now that we have our paper, we're gonna have to flip it out onto a flat surface. You can use a plank of wood, any table you have that can't get water damaged. I like to use this wooden plank and some parchment. Just flip it over like that, and then peel this off again. So I do another gentle press and peel. So I'm just gonna let this dry flat for a day to 3 days maximum. It depends on the weather or where you're storing it. I like to put my paper up in the attic because it's incredibly hot up there right now. This video is just a primer for making your own paper. The possibilities really are, well, endless. You can use large petals, you can use cochineal, larger chunks of paper if you want some more text involved or images, different colors, different textures, different thicknesses. You can make your own books with the paper using them as a cover. You can make envelopes. Please give it a try and share with me what you make. Thank you.